Hello, guys. Welcome to OKT Genesis model. Also known as welcome to OKT Genesis model, also known as the Great Reset. Now, first and foremostly, I want to go by doing a disclaimer that my teachings are not financially advised, and you can use it on a demo account for your sole discretion. Now, the Great Reset. Why did I decide to call this model the Great Reset? Is to deprogram your mentality from what you thought about trading to understanding that trading is controlled and manipulated by price action. Trading is one of the most difficult domains that you will ever find across the world. That first and foremostly deal with your psychology, and it'll fuck up your mentality very much if you don't know what you're doing, and most especially it'll stress you a lot, so you don't want to have any other thing that's stressing you, most especially when you're in your beginning stages of trading, right? If you're a businessman that own a business and you are running a business, do you think that you'll be able to give your secret to the world out there so they know how your company is running, so they can create a prototype of your company, or they can come into your business and make money into your business and get you out of business? I don't think so, right? Forex is a 6.6 traded US dollar, 6.6 traded business every single 6.6 trillion dollar traded every single 24-hour business. And as a result, they have most of the books out there that you beginning traders have gone through. They know where your liquidity resides, that is your stop loss. They know your behaviors because they know the book you've read. That's literally one of the reasons why the market mostly reverse at your stops or continue at your stops, because they already know what they're doing. The institution, your smart money, know what they're doing. Now, for you to shift from that retail trader's mentality to align yourself to the institutions, to start seeing this movement, you need to deprogram your mind from anything you know or you've heard about Forex, any harmonic scanner pattern or how do they call these indicators or whatever. You need to deprogram your mentality from those states, because those are the things that are going to retaliate you and take you more time. I've been through that route, and it took me much more time than I even thought it would before I came across price action and smart money concept by the genius ICT. And it helped me find my model, and it helped me understand a lot of things about price action, liquidity, fair value gaps, how these things play out. So a lot of people don't like to know the reality about trading. Trading is hard, literally very hard. Okay. Let me give you a typical example of what deprogramming means. A lot of you guys will be selling this market at this point, right? But look at what I did. I created this line here and this arrow. What did I write here? Equal highs. And equal highs means what? A lot of people are selling this market here. Retail traders are selling this market here because they are seeing these rejections. Now, as a result of the fact they are seeing this rejection, they think that this market is going to sell. But meanwhile, what did the market do? It created what I noted the equal highs. And whenever I have equal highs, the market is more liable to reprice at that zone, activate buy stops that are above this area before any retracement to take out those buy stops. Okay. I'm trading, and most of the times my teaching will be based off of live trading. And most of my students already know this because we are mostly trading live. We don't send signals like some of these people who ask you. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not bad. Everybody have their own way of doing business. But I'm just drawing your curiosity to be smart in whatever it is you want to sign up. So we have what they call in Forex, we have what we call new money, and we'll have what we call dump money, and we'll have what we call smart money. Now, majority of the beginning traders are part of the dump money because they literally don't know what they're doing. You might be lucky at your first beginning trades and you take some trades and you think that, oh, you're good at it. You might get lucky even for the first 1 to 2 months. And most especially if you're trading off of a demo account. You know, the spreads are different. You get comfortable because it's not real money and, you know, you can play around with it. And actually, it's good. It's advisable to do that. But the feeling changes once you start putting life on. And I'm not going to tell you when you're going to put your life on. When you think it's ready, when you think you are ready, you are going to be the one to do that, right? So smart money, smart money do the reverse. Majority of the time, the reverse of what retail traders do. If you've been for some time in this business, you will understand what I'm talking about. Being the fact that sometimes you see this market go and hit your stop loss before it reverses. And you ask yourself, is there somebody watching me when I press this buy or sell button? Is there somebody observing me when I'm at the back of my screen entering, executing this trade? But you don't know because they know the retail mentality. So I gave myself the time to start doing this video, recording video for my students. And anybody that will be going through it, you will understand every single thing of the way I see price, why I expect price to go to a specific level, and why do the market keep going there. It's not that I'm a super duper genius. I had to practice this for a very long period of time, but I've compressed it to, I'm trying as much as I can. I'm trying to compress this for you guys to get it as simple and as fast than I could have at my early days in trading. And that when somebody would have taught me, if somebody would have taught me this earlier ago, I would have been far right now in my trading career. But I don't complain, okay? I don't complain about it, right? Because it's my journey. And every single part of it, I'm proud of it because it built the accuracy, who I am today, my model, every single trading style that I'm trading today. So this model is going to be charged of how I see price, how I call my trades, and the reason why I enter a trade at a specific point in time, at a specific area, and what pushes the market to my direction of buyer. Do I align myself with the institution, or I want to beat the market or go into the market with an expectation at the back of my head? Because most of the times, all of us want to go into the market with a specific expectation. And when you're going in the market with a specific expectation, it blurs your vision because you are trying to impose your expectation on the market that has been programmed and that is run by an algorithm, as if the algorithm is obliged to listen to your expectation. Other than aligning yourself with the institution and going with the flow and understanding and try to understand why price is reacting at this certain level. Why is it behaving like this? And this is going to be the toughest part because you will be fighting with yourself. And unless you get to beat that, you will have a lot of difficulties in trading. And I've been there before. I know what I'm talking about. I know some of you guys might get bored already from this watching this video because it's a lot of talking and it gets really boring and you can even sleep along the way. But it's worth it. The talk, it's worth it. Before we go into any price or technical analysis or breakdowns, I need you guys to listen to what I'm saying, because I never had anybody to advise me like the way I'm doing with you folks. If I had, I would have been way ahead of my generation. But like I said, I don't complain. I'm grateful because every single bit of it made me who I am today. So take these cars that you paid for it, practice it, and in fact, maximize your time and effort. And understand it's going to take you some time for you to read price or to build the confidence in what I'm teaching you and seeing it executing itself over and over and over and over again. Once you go through my live recorded session, you will see these things repeating themselves over and over and over and over. And you'll understand why sometimes I tell my student to buy a market when it's selling or to sell the market when it's buying, because before the institution come into the market, if they want to be a seller in that market, they are definitely going to buy that market first. Why? To bring retail traders so that they'll get into the market with the mentality of not missing out. Two, to accumulate, either sell or buy orders. So if they're selling that market, they're selling it to accumulate sell orders so that they can buy to the stops of those sell orders. And the reverse goes to the buy orders. So before the whale come into business, they need that in play to accumulate as much liquidity as they can. And literally once that happens, that's when you see the market do a very aggressive sell. Now let me give you a common example on this previous chart. We had the market accumulate at this point, right? But watch what happened before this sell. We had this amazing buy. And this buy was just how many points? 60p buy. So they first of all had to buy to trigger buyers into entering this market. And when they're entering this market, what would they do? Where would their stop be? Their stop will be here or here. Now, after that, what did they do? They sell towards their stops. A wall betide you if you never had a stop loss. So after this drastic sell, there was a buy. $170 If you want to take it to the tick, it's 250 drops. So they bought for 60 and they sold for 250 So before the institution come into the market, that is what they do. They will either buy to sell or sell to buy. Same thing occurring here. Before they wanted to buy, what did they do? They sold here and accumulated orders. And retail traders will be selling this at this point. Where would their stop loss be? Here and here. And look at what happened. Boom, boom. Now, when they bought and break out the zone where their stop loss is more liable to be, what did the market do? It came back and retested the zone. That is a confirmation that if your stop was up here, come back and take the decision, you are offloading your position and entering a buy position here. And where will your target be? The previous high, which is this key zone, and this one. So those are the things you need to understand at this first video. Watch the same thing here. Before the sell, what did the market do? They bought. And they bought, where did they respect? Previous order block. And what happened? Sell aggressively. Okay. Another example. Okay. There you go. What happened here? The market bought. And what happened? Collapsed. What happened again? The market bought into where? Sell order block. Boom. What happened? The market collapsed. What happened again here? Like I said, the market bought. Boom. Took out the sell liquidity here. Bounce off of the zone. This order block. Swing point. And what happened? Aggressively sell. So if you go through your charts, don't take my words for it. Do your own research. Whatever pair that it is that you're trading, do your own research. Do your own back testing of every single thing that I'm teaching you. Not go into the chart with your live funds. I don't really advise that. Do your test. Do your own researches, because the things that I'm going to show you in the upcoming videos are going to be mind-blowing. Are going to be things that will amaze you as an individual, and things that once you are able to put in the time and the work, not listening to this video once and forget about it, but putting the time, giving the charts time, even when it gets hard and tough, even when it gets boring, watching the price react, watching candlesticks form, giving it the time, even if it's 2 hours a day, if you have a regular job that you're doing, you would appreciate this skill set, because trust me, there's nothing out there that pays more than trading. This is the best occupation where your paycheck is limitless. So, like I said, don't take my words for it. And these videos are not financially advised. So, with that being said, thank you folks for listening in. See you on our next class.